probably.
Alright, just a moment here as we check that this is indeed streaming. Alright, looks like we should be.
We're good.
So, wait just a minute here to let things go, and hello to everyone out there. I'm Ryu, this is Zero, and welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z2 Saisei Hen, or Restore the World Arc. For those who are just now joining us, or will just be joining us, nice to meet you, and we're glad to have you here. This is a part of the long-running in Japan Super Robot Wars series that almost never makes it out of that country, probably due to licensing issues due to all of the anime involved. So, at this point in time, what has happened? Well, continuing on from the first game, where our heroes fought against dimensional beasts, these monsters that came in from another dimension, and their ruler, Gaio. He almost destroyed the entire world, but he was stopped by the valiant efforts of a force known as Zexus. It's been about a year since that happened. And in that time, some of our protagonists from the first game have had some really pretty bad stuff happen to them. The Black Knights of Code Geass, they're pretty much gone at the moment, after Zero got captured and all the rest of their top brass were set to be executed by the Britannian Empire, due to a failure of their final plan as one...
Hello.
Hello. Yes, their plan failed as Nunnally was kidnapped. Then we had all of the Gundams. All of the terrorist Gundams had a very bad time, as the ones from Celestial Being were hunted down and destroyed one by one. And the Gundams from Wing, we don't know what happened to them. Most of them disappeared after Hiro Yui, in his... I'm not quite sure what to say. Hiro Yui, being Hiro Yui, blew up his Gundam. As he does. And then finally we got to see what was going on with the Getter team and Team Daiguren back at the Dark Continent. They wound up running into invaders. A nuclear missile was fired at the Shin Dragon, and Musashi's dead. Joy. And also there's the fact that the Dark Continent is now closed off from the rest of the Earth, but who cares about that bit, right? That's not too important. Or is it? We shall see. So, it is time to continue on to the actual start of the game proper. It has been around 1 year since the destruction incident. Around 1 month has passed since the Federation was founded. Even as people held their fears and complaints about the New Order, they enjoyed the period of peace. Around that time, the damage from dimensional beasts began to rise again. With the death of their leaders and the destruction of Imperium, they were once again classified as natural disasters. As the damages from them mounted, people turned to civilian companies of dimensional beast busters, who were able to deal with the threats. And now, with the deployment of a new buster, the curtain is about to rise on yet another battle.
Hello. Hayato's stuck in time, because that happened.
Yes. So...
Ryoma's off. Ryoma's still in Dark Continent, isn't he?
So, as for the answers to where on earth everyone else is, Musashi is now dead. We will not be seeing him again. We're so sorry, fans of Musashi. Hayato and Benkei are still at the Dark Continent, which is closed off. And Ryoma is doing what Ryoma did in Shin Getter Robo, which is he's currently on the moon. Or is he on the moon yet? I'm not sure if he's on the moon yet, or will be on the moon getting the Black Getter. But anyway, Ryoma is currently nowhere, is probably the answer. Yes, rest in peace, Musashi. We hardly used you, but then again, almost no one does.
He had a few
you shall be
useful
missed.
spirit commands.
India, New Delhi. And so, when's that Dimensional Beast Buster going to be showing up here? According to what the mayor said, he put in an urgent request.
Not all PP, but thanks to the fact that I cleared everything, every pilot should have 230 bonus PP.
Yes, your kills and pilot points and money do not carry over, but you get extra kills, pilot points, and money for clearing the game clearing all routes, and just for the number of clears. So he wound up clearing all routes, so we have quite a bit.
Game 3 times and a bit.
Yep. But while we're waiting for them to show up, even more wandering dimensional beasts might come over here. Let's see. Come on, we don't need to rely on suspicious people like that, do we? We should just leave it to the Federation military to clean them up. I know. Oh, after all, wasn't the Federation supposed to protect all humanity? First unified army in the history of humanity. It may look like that on the outside, but I wonder how it really is. What do you mean? I've heard that there are anti-Federation groups that have been secretly operating around the world. See, it's... Although these are secret groups, though. It seems that the Federation Army's main mission at the moment is taking care of those dissidents. If the Federation Army wound up showing up around our town, it'd probably because there's something out there that they're pursuing other than the beasts. Oh, so you're saying that means there's terrorists around here? I wonder if there's some of the leftovers from from those Black Knights that got taken care of over in Area 11. Or it could be that it's those revolutionary mobile suits, those Gundams. Ah, stop it. Even if it is just a joke, we don't want you spreading even more chaos here. After all, the destruction incident's over. This world's been peaceful since the Federation was founded. Yeah. But even so, can we trust that Dimensional Beast Buster? After that new Empire Imperium got destroyed. Let's see. The Dimensional Beast that they had wound up using got spread all over the world and started rampaging. I'd heard that there were civilian companies of Dimensional Beast Busters found to take care of them, though. The groups that's going to be coming into this town is apparently one of the most famous of the group. From the Scott Labs. Let's see. I've heard that the Buster there... Oh no, what are you saying about Crowe? Always a bad idea.
He's missing, but...
No, he's not missing. He's busy. I've heard that their Buster is incredibly skilled. Yeah. A young man who's overflowing with justice. Yeah. Unusually handsome. Yeah. And also is really bad with money. What the hell's with that? Who are you? Who cares about me? Take back what you said before. He's... I'm sorry, he really is bad with money.
He's perpetually broke.
And let's leave it at that, kitten. After all, if you suddenly go ahead charging off trying to bite our clients, you're an absolute failure of an adult. Clients? So does that mean you're... I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. We're the Dimensional Beast Busters from the Scott Labs. He is as handsome as they say. Unfortunately, miss, I'm not the actual Buster. I'm just here as her manager. Then... yeah, that's right. I'm the Dimensional Beast Buster of Scott Labs. Esther Airhouse. Chapter 1. Fighting Girl.
Very different screen.
Yes. To those of you who may be asking, where's Crowe? He's not going to be around for a while. How is it, kitten? What do you think of the Brasse Yes? After all, well, it's the mass production version of Tri's prided Brasta. Make sure to be careful with it. Hey, former rich guy. Yeah, I've told you a bunch of times, stop calling me kitten. It seems like you really don't like that name. Is there a reason for it? It's nothing to do with that, I just don't like it. But come on, after all, nicknames have a certain image that goes along with them, don't they? After all, you're always calling me rich guy, aren't you? That's former rich guy. After all, see, oh, thanks to what happened at that destruction incident, all of your Axion Foundation's funds got turned over to charity, didn't they? It's just like me, you're just a single member of the Scott Labs now. Yep, that's right. I'm currently a poor layman. At least I imagine that's what he's saying here. Your generous English sprinkled in that's hard to decipher, but I'm guessing that's what he's saying. And thanks to the fact that you didn't have enough people, that's why I'm stuck here being your manager. I do agree with you that the chief is a bit rough on the people under her. Thanks to the fact that we've got so many jobs coming in, I haven't been able to meet Crowe in a while. He doesn't have much free time either, does he? But it seems as though things have been a lot more difficult for him. It's way too crazy what he's doing. Alright, let's put a stop to this conversation right now. From what I can see about the dimensional boundaries at the moment, it looks as though the Dimensional Beast should be appearing any minute now. Let's see. From what I can tell, it isn't a natural occurrence that's happening here. The Dimensional Beast will be appearing soon. As expected of you, you really do know a lot about them, don't you? Well, of course! It's not as if I was Imperium's sponsor just for show, after all. After all, it's because I had this knowledge I was able to present to the Federation that I was able to stay a free man, after all. I do wonder if you really did talk about everything you know. Alright, it looks like we're out of time. It's time for the Dimensional Beasts to make their appearance! Ooh, even if they are just dumb on class, they look pretty large. This might be a tough fight for you. And what of it? After all, I'm not a buster just for show. Well said, little kitten. Go ahead and show off your skills here. I'm not a kitten. Alright. The Brasta Yes has been equipped with some repair functions, so if you do manage to take any damage, you can patch it up on the fly. See. Even if it is just a production model, if you wind up getting it dinged up, try will have your head, you know. Understood. After all, I've had more than enough of the Chief's penalties. Let's go, Dimensional Beasts! Brasta Yes and I will take you on! Destroy enemies, don't let Esther die, and SR point is clear with max HP. You have 4 attacks. The Bunker Strike. Go back for a moment. Oh well, I'll explain it later, yes. I've had Crowe coach me. Even I can fight! I'll do it, Crowe. I'm a Dimensional Beast Buster too!
It's gonna be a few days until we have to determine melee or range, right?
Quite a while. You don't have to do that until it's time for the upgrade.
Okay.
As something that ought to make everyone happy, the Brasta Yes's animations are considerably shorter than the Brastas were, so it takes much less time to see them.
And even the Brastas got shortened, right?
I believe so. So it shouldn't take an eternity. Yes.
So,
Falcon Strike, the Falcon Shot, as opposed to the Eagle Shot, the Bunker Strike, Full Excel Shot, and ACP Iota, because she can't use Phis, it's too complicated for her. Oh dear. As another fun note, if you look at her pistol, you'll note it looks a little bit different. That's because, unlike Crowe's one, hers is designed to have that sniper rifle just built into it. The top of it flips down and then extends into a sniper barrel.
Nope, still not dead.
They were, after all, trying to save on money, so fewer parts the better. How's her HP looking?
Perfect. biggest focus.
Good, good. Falcon shot? Falcon shot.
PP from the previous game carried over.
Crowe, the Aquarian, they would be
The
so
Aquarian
busted.
would be able to have 400 points in everything.
And that would be glorious.
Or at least in all 3 primary stats.
Goodbye, Dimensional Beast. Dimensional Beast. Oh look, you get to show off the sniper rifle. How nice. Ouch. Here's hoping it doesn't get a kill with that. Because even if you did shield...
The first damage of the game.
Yep, 666.
Well, the first damage of...
Extended sniper rifle.
This won't kill, though.
Let's see. I think I've got it.
Because I believe it takes 2 HPIOs to kill.
Just one chance. Let's go! Just like Crowe, she loves peppering English in. So, for one other quick moment here, let's take a look at what Esther has. Her 2 skills she has online are Focus and Effort. She comes with Support Attack level 2, Repair skill, and Prevail level 6.
Oh, nice. So she has repair skill.
Yes, so the Brasta ES, as a mass production model, comes equipped with the capability to repair itself, and its pilot has the ability to increase the effectiveness of repairs. So that's nice, but it also means that your protagonist for the first quarter of the game isn't necessarily perfectly suited for combat.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Repair!
The repair skill in this game, rather than just increasing the effectiveness, also increases the range of repair. So, it's a nice thing.
That's a good chance. I'll take that as a chance.
Good luck! Well done, you'll get the SR point. Always nice. At least one of these shots ought to hit! With the amount of rounds you fired off there, I should hope one hits. I mean, that's a pistol, not a machine gun. There's something wrong if you can't get at least one shot off with that many off a pistol. Or you're using it very wrong, at least.
And SR points in this game actually give 10,000 money.
Not that that's much to you.
They do absolutely nothing in the first one I found after 2 playthroughs. Other than bump the game into hard mode.
Did you see it? That's the power of me in this Press AES! I'm happy. Somehow I managed to make it through that. Looks like it's a bit early to be happy, little kitten. I told you, quit calling me! There are more dimensional beasts coming. And please note, there's something
Wrong.
off about these. Better aim than a certain Zaft pilot?
Yes.
Probably. Keep on sprouting out of woodwork? You're a pain. Wait a minute, kitten. There's... Look at their heads. That's... What's with their faces? Let's see. Allow me to say it a bit more... Allow me to say that a bit... Rephrase that a bit more properly. It looks as though something's strange about... It looks as though something's been altered with their heads. It's a type that's not in my data. Even you don't know? Unfortunately. After all, I'm not omnipotent. But do be careful. One of them, there's a Bludeman class. I don't think it'll be as easy to take out as those previous ones. Exactly what I wanted. I'll go ahead and prove that I'm a Dimensional Beast Buster. Counting on you, Brasta, yes. After all, you're like the Brasta's little sister.
Well, I believe we do get Camille, Kira, and Shin fairly early on. Well, early-ish, depending on route split.
So, on one route, we can get Camille, Fa, Shin, and Luna Maria at chapter 9, I believe. So that's pretty easy. Pretty early.
And that would help us get one of the 0 points.
It would. But we shall see. I don't know. Their head's a little different. So what? My job as a Dimensional Beast Buster is still to protect this town. see. Just like Ordis back then. I won't let this town be destroyed! Yes.
This is the new...
Their faces look very weird. With very good reason, as we'll find out.
You know, the fact that there's one of these is one of the first enemies you have to encounter.
Are you saying that that's proof that this game starts everything at a higher level? Or...
It's proof that something's occurring, considering that's a demon class.
This one isn't a Demon class.
Isn't it?
No, all the rest are, but this one is the class above Demon class.
I thought Demon was the slightly higher class.
No.
There's a Horn class already out.
Yes. Which we didn't see for several stages in the first game. But for now, you've got the revised Demon class as well.
Alright, I don't have to check that because it shows the ammo.
Yep.
That's something the viewers cannot see because the top right corner of the screen is a camera.
One of the other nice little quality of life changes is the fact that for ammo-based weapons, on the combat screen where it's showing hit percentages and stuff, it goes ahead and shows you how much ammo you have left.
Not energy, but ammo.
Z3 will show energy. Bit by bit, they made it better and better.
And I believe that's carried over to the recent ones.
Well, I mean, it's a nice thing to have. And we should have some friends show up.
Reinforcements. Yep.
Yep. Let's see. What kanji in here I don't recognize?
Time to get a couple Gundams.
Yep.
One useful, one... eh.
The fact that they aren't that... The fact that you're all so full of energy is nice and all, but we don't have enough power here. Hey, kitten! I think we ought to retreat here! Quit calling me kitten! I don't think this is the time to be going on about that. I'm a dimensional beast buster. I have to make sure to fulfill any mission I've been given. Besides, if I retreat here, what's gonna happen to this town? Kitten? I hate it. I've had way too much of that happening in my life. Alright, kitten. I'll be here and cheer you on. What? The Gundam Heavy Arms and the Gundam Shenlong? No, no, no! This is the Deathscythe of the Sandrock!
Yep.
That unit. It looks like it's from Scott Lads. We'll back you up. Thanks. I've heard about you from Crowe. You're Troa and Wufe, right? No, you're totally wrong! It's Tuo and Quatra! That unit. It really does have something to do with the Brasta, huh? I guess that person writing it's a friend of Crowe's. Although it does seem as though their memory's a bit shoddy. But after... Let's see. But even if that's the case, it isn't as if there are allies in this instance. Once we've taken care of the Dimensional Beast, let's get out of here. Alright, Duo. Oh, after all, we are being pursued at the moment. So yep, now we have the Deathscythe. Let's see, Prevail level 5. See through and counter level 4. Just quickly flash, focus, lock on, jamming, hyper jammer. They're pretty much the same as they were in the previous game here, as these are just the basic Sandrock and Deathscythe rather than the upgrades.
And the Sandrock Kai will get a very useful ability if you fully upgrade it.
Yes, the Sandrock Kai actually gets energy restore. I don't know why that is, but it happens.
It gets 300 armor and energy restore.
Attack to combat pattern Iota. Squished into her seat by the G-Force. That's probably a big part of the reason she can't use spies. She can hardly handle that. But hey, she didn't have Crowe's years of elite training, so...
That makes me wonder, would Crowe be able to handle the tall geese?
No, I feel fairly certain Crowe could probably deal with the tall geese.
Because you know the problem, right?
It's that the G-Forces were crushing the pilots.
Yes, it was like 20 to 30 Gs.
given the hellish training Crowe went through as a member of Firebug, I feel quite certain he could handle the Tall Geese.
Which, if you know anything about G-Forces, is way too much for a human to survive.
Too much for a human?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryoma could probably sip a cup of coffee like that while doing that. Like nothing. Ryoma's, you know, he's good at dealing with G-Forces.
Unless the cup shattered.
I was going to say, though, then there's the Gravian pilots. I'm sure the Gravian pilots would be perfectly fine in the Tall Geese, since they were specifically selected due to their tolerance for G-forces.
Yeah.
Well, we do have quite a bit of debt that we've gotten from Crowe and the Brasta. I guess it's time to go ahead and pay that back here. Let's go! Prepare yourselves, dimensional beasts. This Reaper will go ahead and send all those remnants of Imperium to the grave.
Also, Tetsujin 28.
Yep, we'll be getting him soon.
It's full upgrade. It's pretty nice.
I pretty much just wound up using Tetsujin as a combat-capable repair unit rather than an actual combat unit, but it was okay.
This full upgrade gives him a nice ability, though. Everything is barrier pierce.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I thought it had something to do with daytime stages.
No, all his weapons become barrier pierce.
Oh, that is nice. Buster Shield. Not something we use often. But yes. So as another note to everyone out there, we would appreciate anyone willing to vote on our little poll we have up of what route split to take. As we have one route, we have to decide at the end of Chapter 4 what route we're going to take. One of them is the one where we go with the Tetsujin to help out the super robots in Japan. We'll pick up Zambot, Trider, the DX, the Gundam X units, the King Gainer units, the Daiguard and Mazinger. There's one where we go out to space with the Macross units. We'll pick up the Quarter, all of the Valkyries, the Solar Aquarian, which is really nice to have super early on, the Godmars and the Baldios. There's the Middle East route, which lets us keep the wing units we're going to have here. Get the rest of the wing units, also Tieria and the Zeta, Methus, Destiny, and Impulse. And then there's the fourth route, which is go to Kumen, where basically the only unit we'll get to keep is Jericho.
So, I can actually give 2 reasons to go to Kumen now.
Number one is the fact that that gets us more 0 points towards the good ending option of the game. We can still get it without, but we'll have to see.
Kumen has that, and the one for the middle has one and has the Middle East route. If you go the other one that leads to the Middle East route, you will still get one, but not the other. The only other reason to go to Kumen is you get refunded for all the units.
So we can just go ahead and fully upgrade everything just to cause carnage and blast through everything if you want to see
complete and utter carnage.
Yes, running wild with absolute abandon.
Everyone except Kanyu. I will not fully upgrade Kanyu.
He shows up as a boss a lot. He's a jerk. Let's see. We may be pursued by the Federation Army. We can't just afford to leave people being hunted by dimensional beasts. Let's go, Sandrock! For the people who need our strength!
We've got 1 vote for utter carnage.
Utter carnage. So yes, that would be Kumen. So we'll get to see what's happening with Chirico and Code Geass.
Mainly Chirico.
Yes, mainly Chirico. But that means we'll also have, let's see. We'll also have Kallen and C2. And we'll get 0 back in the Ikaruga earlier.
Berserker is definitely going to get upgraded. Hey, Berserker.
You like the Berserker?
I kind of like the Berserker, and I like Rushako. He's a good guy.
Yes, I would not fully upgrade that, as I don't think it gets refunded. Because we'll get it later.
Okay, that was probably not.
Yes, you do get... Yes, you get one of the units on the route later on, but You don't get to keep the rest.
サポートぐらいはちゃんとやるよ。
I can
打たなきゃ当た
I
らな
can
い。
deal with things such as support at least. Yes, Esther, you can support attack. That's a good thing. You know, looking at the breast ES's design there, it looks like it's got missiles built into its flight pack. Why doesn't she get those as an attack?
Yeah, no, it's got the 3 diving beetles.
Yeah. Well, looks like that's taken care of. Those dimensional beasts. They look kind of different than the ones we'd seen before. Alright, we'll go ahead and leave the rest of the busters here and go ahead and skedaddle. Wait a minute! We're being pursued after all. Sorry, but we don't have time to go along with you. Are you saying you're gonna run away from the Federation Army with us? It isn't that. It just, at the very least I want to see you face to face and give my thanks. Is that no good? But, hey, former rich guy! Hey, send the lab's transport plane over here. Alright, alright. I'll take care of the mess here, so you just help out those mysterious helpers and get them somewhere safe. Alright. Thanks, beloved idiot. Ha ha. Looks like I've gone up a rank from former rich guy. Well, what'll we do, Quattro? Well, since she's offering, I guess we should go along with her. Doesn't seem as if she's a bad person. Is that so? I've got a bad feeling about it, but for a completely different reason. Probably. It's got lab transport plane. Thanks for before. I'm Esther Airhouse. What? I'm one of Scott Lab's Dimensional Busters, and my hobby is... What sorts of hobby do you have? I'm guessing it's some sort of instrument. It's probably something about the fact that she plays the triangle. And my hobby is percussion instruments. Yes, as she played the drums, the gong, the triangle.
Oh, that's a really easy 0 point.
Yes, it's just clear the stage. Well then, I suppose we'll introduce ourselves here. I'm Quattro Berbo Winner, and this over here is Duo Maxwell. So you said guess you'd heard about us from Crowe, huh? Yeah. He talked a lot about everyone he'd met at Lexus. The kind rich heir Quattro, and the guy in the Colony Gundams who's always stuck with the worst luck, Duo. Guy, what was he saying about me? Calm down, Duo. After all, that's just proof of how much Crowe values you to have lumped you in with him, right? I don't want to be lumped in with him. Hey, by the way, did you guys hear about me from Crowe? That's... Sorry, but we didn't hear that much. Don't tell me. He was too embarrassed and tried to hide any involvement with me? Huh? How could he? Next time I'll be sure to pay him. I'll be sure to deal with that. Let's see. I'm not entirely certain I follow here. What sort of relationship do you have with Mr. Crowe? Relationship? But that's... He's just my teacher as a Dimensional Beast Buster. That's it! I see. I'm serious! That's all it is! I see. I'm serious! After all, well, he's terrible with money. His eyes are always slanty. But he's got some good points to him as well. Like the time when I first met him. Hurry up and change the discussion, Quattro! If it keeps going like this, we're going to hear things we really shouldn't be. Yeah. So this is what you were talking about with the bad feeling you had. But is this really okay, Esther? After all, we Gundams from the colonies are being pursued by the Federation Army right now. You know that, right? Yeah? Are you trying to shelter us just because we're Mr. Crowe's acquaintances? It isn't that. If I was to try and put it into words, So I had things I want to talk about with you people like you who've been going against the Federation. I've had things I've wanted to say about people like you going against the Federation. But you guys fought and helped me out to protect that town that was being targeted by dimensional beasts. There's no way I could hate someone who'd do something like that. Miss Esther. That's fine, I guess. Well, I guess as repayment for that, we'll go ahead and just rest here for a little bit. Let's see. I should recognize that kanji. Yes. Welcome, Gundams. Carlos Axine Jr. You were here as well? Ah, don't scowl like that. After all, I'm a free man here. You, on the other hand, are terrorists currently wanted by the Federation government. Who do you think is in the better position here? I don't have any intention of going along with your stupid jokes. Sorry, Esther. Even though we were able to meet like this, I think we're gonna be heading off here. Wait, Duo! Oh, if you're worried about the idiot there, I'll just shut him up with force. There's no need to do that, kitten. I'm going to go ahead and leave here. What? After all, the data we picked up from those unusual dimensional beasts needs to be sent back to the lab, doesn't it? I have a feeling that Triad will need to come up with some new countermeasures. And so as a result, you're going to have to be on your own as a buster for a little while, little kitten. Yeah? As I said, you really are a kitten, aren't you? Do you not feel up to the task? Even if I don't feel up to it, I'll still make sure to take care of my jobs. I am a dimensional beast buster. Okay then. I don't hate the fact that you're willing to rise to the challenge like that. Alright then, Gundams. Feel free to relax for a while here. Okay. You seem to be the same as always. Just feel free to ignore the idiot there. Duo Quattro. I'd like to talk with you guys for a while. I'd like to hear about Zexus's... about your fights. Alright, Esther. Just like you have things you want to say to people like us, I've got plenty of things I want to say against this world. Are you doing okay out there, Crowe? Whether it's work or love, I'll always try my hardest. Seems like you're pretty busy, but someday we'll meet again. Repair kit acquired. Pellet tank acquired. So, we finally have units!
More than having units!
We have equipment parts! That one. They've changed the prices on everything. So that one is the one you want. That is the consecutive action.
Consecutive action. Sure, take it. You can't.
She does not have enough, sadly. She was not in the previous game.
So we've got...
Barrier field. DM unit,
right,
which is plus 10 accuracy.
3 items.
That's the Crest of Hawkeye. Plus 1 move, plus 200 attack, and some other things. Pellet tank, cartridge, repair kit.
Right, we have some bonus items because of that. I was wondering why we had that already.
Yep.
I'll just... Really, for now, none of them need any of them.
Yeah.
Save. And go to the next level.
Alright. So that's nice. Myanmar. Okay.
Myanmar?
Myanmar. Or as other people would call it, Burma. I don't remember which is the current title and which is the old one, but...
I believe Myanmar is the current title and Burma's the more well-known title.
Yes, the older one. Cockpit of the transport plane. So, Duo Quattro, are you guys trying to take out the Federation? that isn't our goal. It is true that we're being pursued by the Federation Army, but I do think the fact that all the countries and colonies have been united as one's a good thing. It isn't. Let's see. I mean, it wasn't perfect by any means, but I'd heard the background where the Frontier Fleet came from, their Earth had been unified as well. Let's see. I heard that that fleet had come from an Earth that almost got destroyed in a fight with aliens. Let's see. But in the end, those aliens wound up joining hands with humanity, right? Well, to be precise, it's because of the threat of those aliens that humanity wound up unifying, but it is true that it was in face of a giant threat to humanity. In our world's case, though, that giant threat was Imperium, or more properly, that would be Gaio, I guess. King of Destruction who turns people into dimensional beasts. But to think that the Earth Federation would be found within a year of that happening. I guess that's just the biggest proof of how much of a shock Imperium was to the world. But thanks to the rush in which they threw it all together, this world's gotten pretty twisted. What do you mean by that? Let's see. A lot of the bad systems wound up being inherited as well as the good. Like the three great countries. Well, the thing is, on the outside, at least, it looks as if the Federation's founded by a group of different countries all allied together for the same goals, and each with an equal share. The truth is that the three great countries from before still hold most of the power. And the colonies that we came from, while technically they're a member of the Federation, the actual power they have is incredibly small, so things really haven't changed from before. In other words, it's just a second Federation of those guys. Let's see. By making use of their original strength, those bits of the system just kept on carrying on. And as a result of that, the areas of the Pretend Union as well wound up staying as is. Well, to the conflicts that are still erupting there, places like that are treated as third-rate member nations. Is that so? I thought that because members of the colonies... I thought that because some of the Federation members were from the colonies, everything would be fine there. Fortunately, most of those representatives from the colonies are people who've got strong connections to the three great countries. After Minister Darlene got assassinated, most of the people who'd been pushing hard for the colony's sake wound up becoming unable to make any major movements. Even though things had finally been arranged that the Federation and the colonies could have some peace talks, the guy who was supposed to be in charge of them got assassinated. The Earth declared that it was due to some extremists at the colonies and pushed everything onto the and pushed off all the blame onto the colonies. But from my position, it can only have been something the Earth did. What you're saying is that in order to try and silence the problems of the colonies, they wound up assassinating their own minister? You don't have any proof, but... thanks to the fact that her dad got killed off like that. Not for such a pointless purpose. I'm sure that Renina's having some hard problems. I think that something like that was happening in the background of the Federation. Well, it is true that thanks to the foundation of the Federation, most inter-country struggles have dried up. But the situation from before of the three great countries struggling against each other trying to gain the most power hasn't changed a single bit. The strong people remain strong and the weak remain weak. Even though everything looks so peaceful on the surface, Charles not here yet. Everything looks so peaceful on the surface. This discrimination's gotten a lot worse behind the scenes. So you guys are fine to try and change that? I guess so. Although the people who are sick of all the fighting are just calling us terrorists, trying to drag us out of the limelight. So that's why we decided that we'd try and take out the core of some of these distortions all in one go. And what do you mean by the core of them? I'm sure that you've heard about them, Miss Esther. The new Special Independent Team, the A-Laws, and the other Special Independent Team, Oz. The A-Laws and Oz. Oz is a special ops squad that used to come from the AEU. And thanks to the backing from the Romfeller Corporation, they're the shadow rulers of the AEU. I don't know how they did it. But when the Federation was founded, they wound up joining as one of the strongest members. Even right now, thanks to Oz, the Romfeller Corporation's got a lot of clout within the Federation. The one other group is a group known as the A-Laws. They supposedly were found for the sake of protection, and for the sake of peacekeeping, and are taking out anyone who would oppose the Federation. We're moving on our own, but there are other people out there who are trying to take on the Federation as groups. I've heard about them, like that, shoot, I can't remember the name. The support group from 00. It's written here as Catalan. It's like Catalan, something like that. Anyway, Celestial being had a support group on Earth. Kind of like how the AEU had their own group on the ground. Because, I mean, you need someone like that. Boots on the ground. Theoretically. If you're going to be fighting a terrorist invasion from space. Exactly right. So the A-Laws have been going around to the Catalan bases in various areas, and as a result, isn't just armed groups like Catalan, but they've been attacking anyone they'd think would go against the Federation. What's with that? Isn't that completely opposite from what they were saying their goal is? Why isn't anyone getting angry about stuff like this? It's really obvious. The reason's simple, isn't it? No one knows the truth. After all, you didn't know until we told you here, did you? Yeah. You trust us. Seems you trust us, Miss Esther. Guess that's why you're able to believe us here. But most of the people who hear things like that can't even begin to accept it. And to top it off, thanks to the destruction incident, all the citizens are completely sick and terrified of war. They're the kind of people. They've mostly become the kind of people who just sit there and accept whatever piece is thrown at them, regardless of how twisted it may be. But this piece is full of lies. Something like that. Something like that. I can't really explain it well, but there's something wrong with that. We feel so as well. So that's why we're fighting like this. The one thing that is helping us is the fact that the A-Laws and us seem to be viewing each other as rivals. How pathetic they are. So they're fighting against each other even though they're supposed to be working together? If we're able to make good use of that, we might be able to take care of things more easily. But the thing that's most terrifying is the Federation's intel gathering powers. Information gathering and intel hiding capabilities. The ALOS have been making some pretty big moves. But everything they've been doing has been pitched to the civilians as a way of protecting justice. The fact that they've been able to manipulate all information in such a short time is really pretty incredible and terrifying. So the enemy is a special squadron that operates all around the world. And to top it off, if you try and fight back against them, the civilians will just think that you're terrorists. But how on earth have you guys been able to keep on fighting if it's like that? All we can do is keep on going, right? And try and get all the allies we can. Are you guys not going to meet up with that Catalan or whatever? We've got our own way of doing things. But if it does come down to it, we'll join with them if we need to. At the very least for now, we're trying to track down the other colony Gundams that worked with us before. But I heard that most of them had vanished in that fight 3 months before. Yeah, at that time we'd been totally surrounded by Oz. Thanks to Hero's sacrifice, we were able to escape from Oz's sight before we lost sight of everyone else after that. Ah, come on, don't look so down like that, Quattro. Do you really think that idiot would die so easily? That idiot. Are you talking about the crazy suicider hero? Crowe. He really didn't give you a good explanation of anyone, did he? But he went ahead and said it. It will take a moment here to try and translate what on earth has been said about Hero.
So as another note, if we do go on the command route, yes, I'm going to be fully upgrading the Berserk. Fully. Weapons included. Because he gets fully refunded. And you keep the upgrades. When he shows up later. Possibly due to a programming bug.
But Crowe went ahead and said that. Even if you look at him, he may be just a crazy guy running wild. But that Hero guy always knows what he's doing. So I guess he did understand it somewhat. Well, that's good to know. You're a nice guy, aren't you, Crowe? That means you really are just like Crowe, always having getting stuck with the worst luck. Oh, please stop it. Please, I'm begging you. Please don't put me in the same team as him. So you finally left, huh, Quattro? Ever since that fight 3 months ago, I'd been pretty paralyzed with doubts. But since I was able to talk to people about our fight like this, I finally remembered, we really aren't alone. I believe it. I'm sure Hero's alive as well. Yeah. It's not just him. I'm sure Tro and Wufei are fine too. That's right. That's right. Sister Gundams, why don't you guys go and try and rendezvous with that celestial being, people? Sounds like as if problem is that all information on them has been completely suppressed. From what we've heard, they wound up all perishing in a battle out in space. What? Looks like the Federation hasn't gone ahead and announced that yet, huh? The former UN army wound up putting out everything they had and crushing them. For some reason, rather than taking us out by threatening the colonies, the three great countries thought they were the larger problem. Is that so? It's all Ribbon's fault. Well, it was a fierce... Well, we knew from the start it was going to be a fierce battle. So we just have to keep doing what we can. There's a... What? You're getting communication from the Federation Army? It'll be fine, Quattro. After all, this transport plane's got a buster license. Let's see. If I was trying to put it in other terms, we've got free pass to go wherever we want. Come on, look at this. This is the Dimensional Beast Buster from Scout Labs. What does the Federation Army want with us? Allow us to confirm your information. No, allow us to confirm your cargo. I'm currently carrying one one-dimensional buster unit for anti-dimensional beast use. That's all. We don't need a report like that. We'll directly check it. I've got a buster license. There have been multiple suspicious units spotted around this area. We need to go ahead and check for you. But... Hey, woman! Hurry up and change the path! What path? What are you? Esther, leave this to Duo. Since we've been spotted by the Federation Army, we'll have to go ahead and take care of him now. What are you doing? Isn't it obvious just by looking at it? This is a hijacking! Terrorists! Don't think you'll get away with this! Well, it looks as if our little ploy there went as planned. What are you saying? They're launching mobile suits! But with this, you'll be viewed as completely separate from us, right? And so that's how it is. Let's go, Quattro. Chapter 2. I believe this is translated as escapee, or something like that. Quattro! You're just an innocent civilian who got hijacked by us. Since the culprits wound up escaping on their own, you just say you need to get out of here. But... Miss Esther, just like we said before, we aren't trying to destroy the Federation itself. After all, we aren't here just to crush the people who are only following orders here. You've got your own doubts about the Federation now, but we can't let you fight in this battle. Even so... Alright, allow me to phrase this a bit better. If you're around, things will become difficult for us. If we're on our own, we can run away. But if you're here, it'll be a lot harder to do so. I understand. I'm sorry, Miss Esther. I'm sorry, Quattro. You had to do something you really didn't want it there. Don't think that I'll wind up sinking to your level in terms of bad luck, though. We've got a hard path we need to walk. We have to throw away everything we don't need. But even so, I don't want to wrap people like that up in our fights. That's right. After all, she's completely different than her teacher. Since she hasn't gone ahead and made up her resolve to fight, we can't let her stay alongside us. Alright, the Federation Army's coming. Be careful. My flags. Gundam! So they're the ones who are hijacking? But, Captain... I'm pretty sure that what our scout teams had reported were a couple of small-sized units. Who cares? We just take out who's in our way! Anyone who's using a Gundam has to be a terrorist! So you're not even gonna listen to us, huh? I guess the infamy of Gundams is quite a thing indeed. Even if to them it's just a symbol of evil, it's the one remaining hope for us. We can't allow to let it go out here. Destroy your enemies. Don't let anyone die. Yes, you have Hellions, an Axe, and what type of GN is this? A GN X3. Okay. Yeah. Here you go. Get going, Quattro. Please don't. These people here, I don't know. They might be fighting for the sake of the ideals of the Federation, and they might believe them in their hearts. But even so, I can't afford to die here. Until we're able to obtain a true peace and take out the distortions of this Federation. Heat Shotos.
Okay, so that's the thing. The Allied unit buy support attack 4, And Fiona's the main reason you get the Scope Dog missile mods.
Okay.
Because she can go into it rather than her brutish dog.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as...
Better range?
Far better range. The brutish dog has no sniper options. And when you combine that with always critical skill, and her ace bonus, which is a bonus 50% damage when support attack with Chirico.
Alright, so that's very good, but not something we'll get for quite a while.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, since you guys chased us down, I'll take you out here. You're gonna die. Anyone who sees me will die. Anyone who sees this form will die. Sure, Duo.
On the other hand, Kanyu's ace bonus may be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
What does he do?
Kanyu deals an extra 50% damage to all enemies who are lower level than him. Because he is a coward.
He is a coward and a bully. That is
very fitting.
A brilliant ace bonus. Yes, we know that is a little difficult. That's just a bit dangerous being shot at like that.
I'm just going to turn the other half a bit.
Since we have seen that. Until our other units show up. Because we will get 2 more units here.
Yep.
Here's hoping that they do pretty well.
And we'll get to keep both of them if we go on Kuman. If we go on the other Middle East route, we'll keep both of these.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if you go to Kuman, you'll go ahead and have the Code Geass characters. If you stay head to the Middle East, you keep the wing units. But yes, this route split at the end of Chapter 4 will decide the first quarter of the game. So up until Chapter 15, everything will be dependent upon the route split. GNX 3. Using a GN Lance Rifle. Right, Hyperjammer attack. I wonder what those things are. What's backpack, or how they're supposed to work.
Well, those are the Hyperjammer bits. As for what it does... not really sure.
Fade out. Oh look, and you can act again. Gundam! Gah, even stronger than we'd heard! What? Reinforcements for us? It doesn't seem that way. Yes, we were included in that attack before. Something's coming. Oh look. We were tracking them down. It seems we found another prey. But they're Gundams. Those should sell pretty well to the Federation. Hi, mercenaries. Those guys. They look like mercs. I think they're going to try and sell us off to the Federation. What do they think they're saying, having shot the Federation in the back like that? All we need to do is pretend that it was your fault. After all, Gundams are enemies of the world, aren't they? Seems like I don't need to hold back against scum like you! Esther? Why'd you come back? Come back? What are you talking about? I'm just a passing by dimensional beast buster. Here. And looky here! I've discovered some villainous mercenaries which were shot at Federation forces. Even though I'm a civilian, I can't just stand by and watch something like that. At a time like this, you really do resemble him. Thank you, mysterious dimensional beast buster. I don't know what the hell they're saying there. If you're gonna get our way, we'll take you out too! Learn the power of us Crimson Fangs! I'll go ahead and say it here. I may hate dimensional beasts, but I really hate stingy guys. Stingy guys and guys who won't play fair. You guys are all of the worst things. Prepare yourselves. I think that one of those three fits your teacher to a T, though. Destroy the genocide run. We'll retreat at 6,000 HP.
Cool.
Genocide run. What better name is there for an enemy mech? Let's go, dogs.
And it comes from Gravian.
Let's see. I don't intend to say what Quattro and the others are doing is right. But I won't accept people who would shoot others in the back like that. As you shouldn't. It's hard to hit an armored trooper. Yes, it is. No matter how fast the Brasta may be.
So yeah, the Berserker is basically just a free upgrade. Kanyu, Potan, and
Whatever the
third
one is.
Those just get refunded to you. But having one that gets refunded to you and you get it back later with all upgrades, possibly due to designer laziness,
is glorious. Not gonna just use Vulcans?
no. Just Vulcans won't do it.
You don't have much energy. Just remember that. You'll be getting a resupply unit though, so who cares?
Sure, let's go with just Vulcans. It's not something you really ever see.
Because, I mean, it's just Vulcans, just... They sure do shoot quite a bit.
Well, yeah, they're machine guns.
So I'm fighting one of those rumored Gundams, huh? Arm punch? No. Penta Trooper.
Penta Trooper?
That's the name of the weapon it's going to use. Nope. Well done. But you're really almost out of energies. Poor guy.
He can survive with next now energy.
This was using a shoulder missile pod. That's not actually a shoulder missile pod.
It's a shoulder missile, though.
Yeah. Shoulder missile gun pod. But it's not a shoulder-mounted missile pod, like Chirico's. It's a missile pod you stick up to your shoulder. Hello again, Axios. How wonderful is it that she has to fight things that her own company has made? Alright, perfect dodge!
What can I say about 80% of the mechs in Gundam are made by Anaheim Electronics?
Well, only until you get to around the year 100, you see. Because after that point, the Strategic Naval Research Institute wound up taking over a lot.
I was gonna say, after that point, Anaheim Electronics sort of died thanks to Unicorn.
No, they stayed around, it's just... they lost a lot of their
Military backing.
Seems like these guys are a bit tougher than we thought. Captain! We've detected a couple of units approaching the area quickly. They're nightmare frames! So they're showing up? The current Type 2. Is that Colin? Hey, Quattro and Duo? You guys are still alive? That's what we should be saying to you. The Black Knights. See. You trying to use this situation to take us out? There's mercenaries. I guess they were trying to pursue the Black Knights in the start. So I guess Callan and... So I guess you guys were what the Allied Federation was talking about. You need to leave the talk for this. They're waiting for us. And so I guess the one riding that Barai is C2, huh? So just come this, we'll take out both the Gundams and the Black Knights. If you think you can, then just you try. Black Knights still aren't dead yet. As long as Goran and I am here. Ikazuki Cullen, the ace of the Black Knights. And what's with that unit that looks like the Deaders? see. She's Crowe's Kohai and our ally. Hey. So I guess we'll make... we've got expectations for you. Sure. It's nice to be working with you. What's with this atmosphere? So, we now have the Gurren Type 2 arm equipment. Because, as you can see, its arm looks a bit odd. It kinda got pretty busted up after that encounter.
But hey, it's still got a weapon.
Yes, it has the... Actually, it's still got all of its weapons intact. It's got its personal kanji slash Harkins, grenade launcher, the little slashy tonfa thing, and the radiation arm. Plus its barriers, just the arm looks really weird because it had to be maintained on the fly. Colin has Guts, Wall, Lock On, and the other wall. Prevail level 6, Fighting Spirit, Guard.
And if it's anything like the previous game, she also has Hot Blood and Soul.
Not yet, though. And then there's the Bri. SP Recover, Support, Attack level 2, Counter level 4, and she has Wall. She has an Energy Resupply one. Yeah, it's got the standard Slash Harkins, Assault Rifle, Big Cannon. But the Gurren and I may be covered in wounds here, but we can't stop here! We'll keep on fighting. Till the day he comes back to us!
I assume it's using previous notice.
Yes. I got used to dealing with armor troopers back when I was battling.
Yes, because most of what you fought there were armored troopers. Just quickly seeing.
Wrong screen.
This one now.
Previous notice.
Nope.
Nope. Sadly, Colors is not available for us here. As much as we wish it was. So we'll just have to put up with this. Go ahead and apply that. She can cast that every turn.
That's nice.
Even if the world is unified, battles won't end. Charles, maybe as you said. Things like this aren't so bad every once in a while. Every once in a while.
Oh, you actually hit.
Goodbye. We've had some temporary problems here. Feel free to pass that over to me. So. Everything should be fine now.
Yeah, everything's perfectly fine, just gotta...
Yes, we can't see your comments at the moment for anyone who's putting in comments right now. Yes, so you're probably going to want to get Duo over to the Barai, as he's pretty much out of energy. But yeah, there's not that much else going on here. Using the Radiant Wave Surger.
You've got a resupply unit right there.
And this is the Penta Trooper weapon. That's an interesting and kind of stupid looking weapon. If I keep moving, don't make light of the Gurren! Grab on and keep using the Wave Surger. Goodbye. Goodbye, Gilgameshian soldier. You're mercenaries, you should be used to this. I would hope. Just an assault rifle.
Just might as well watch XP IO again.
Ouch. Yeah, you've got plenty of HP, Esther.
次元中バスター
I
だけ
can
じゃない
always repair if need be.
散々練習してきたコンバットパターンだ
Yes. Apparently it took a lot of training for her to learn this.
負けるもんか
And we go ahead and stab with the shield.
決まった
I don't think the edge of the shield has been superheated like you thought. Grenade launcher. What a weapon the Gurren has.
もうちょっとマシな攻撃をしな
That's the arm-mounted weapon, I suppose.
私たちはまだ終わってないんだ
I mean, it seems a bit... It doesn't seem like something you'd usually have as a grenade launcher to me, but that's just my
It's a
thought.
bit more like rockets, really.
But hey, it's a matter of opinion. Well, things are almost getting back to normal here.
Man, your laptop's slow.
出てくるから
It probably just needs restarting, but it's having a couple of problems, so...
Probably think about your phone faster than others.
You are in fact correct about that. Alright. So I will go ahead and probably allow this to shut down and reboot. I'll pass this back to you when you have time. And so that can be rebooted when we're done.
Unfortunately, of course.
She does not have post movement. Alright, so that dealt about 2,000. It runs away at 6,000.
Well, it's very obvious how I deal with it. First of all, I'll save, just because why not?
And you could pick at it with a Vulcan. Yep. Pick at it with a Vulcan. Great, you probably aren't going to get better than that. Radiant Wave Surger or Hyper Jammer attack? That is the question.
Looks like Hyper Jammer's better unless this has ignore size.
That does have ignore size.
So this
Hyper Jammer does as well.
Hyper Jammer's probably the better option then.
Plus ACP Iota. Will this be enough?
Probably not.
But it's always worth a shot. At least it ought to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's pretty dead.
Yep, that's good. That is a good thing. Okay, Esther. You ought to be good enough here.
800 damage. Done. Nice.
She should be able to do that. Even with her being, you know, Esther. She's not super combat focused. Our genocide run!
We paid good money for that.
Yep. They're mercs. Except for deployed. Damn it! How could something like this happen to us, Crimson Fangs? Condoms and you Black Knights! We'll pay this back someday! Crimson Fang, huh? I have a feeling that rather than chasing us down, the Federation should be taking care of people like that. Oh well, I guess they had no luck whatsoever. To think that they'd have to face both Gundams and the Ace of the Black Knights. But even if we win a battle out here, there's no point to it. Miss Colin? If you're tired, why don't you come to my transport plane? Is that really okay? Yeah, please, don't hold back. Yeah, well, I guess this is a good time, Colin. I'd like to hear about what's happening with you guys, so why don't you go ahead and come back with us with Esther. Alright. At least for a little while, I'll be in your care. I hope that a little while doesn't wind up turning into something problematic. Kizuki Colin, Ace of the Black Knights. She's incredible. Yes, she is. France, Oz headquarters. Let's see. Look at this, Zex. It appears as though somewhere in South Asia, the Gundams have been rediscovered. Those designs. It's number 2 and number 4. Zex. Someday you're most likely going to be put in charge of a team to go hunt them down. Is that truly alright? If we leave them alone, the ALOS are going to move in. In that case, we need to take the initiative. Understood. Now that number 1 has been destroyed... Let's see. Do you not have any interest in pursuing the Gundams? It is true that to me, that winged Gundam and the boy riding it had particular meaning. That fighting style. And those eyes that lacked any... reserve. He was a warrior. Just like you. I suppose that is it. We wound up recovering Gundam 01, but we still haven't discovered the pilot's remains. I believe he is alive, and one day she'll stand in front of me again. And at that time... I don't think we should talk about that any further. After all, what Oz desires at the moment is nothing but results. It appears as though Duke Del Mayo likes the ALOS. If we wind up causing pointless problems here, Oz might wind up getting absorbed by them. Understood. Well then, Commander Zex, Commander Quattro. The proper orders will be delivered later, but be sure to make your preparations at least. Understood. In addition, I leave the selection of squadron personnel to you. If it becomes necessary, you can gather anyone you need from the Oz bases scattered across the world. Let's see. Do you intend to use the former members of Zexus in order to hunt down the Gundams? That's just how difficult of a foe they are. Char does not look happy with this. Back to Myanmar. And so we were being pursued by those Crimson Fang people. Since they wound up taking you guys on, we were able to come out and launch a sneak attack on them. You have my thanks for that. No, this was our pleasure. I'm Esther Airhouse. Yes. One of the Dimensional Beast Busters for Scott Labs. So if you're a part of that lab, that means you know Crowe. Nice to meet you. Yeah! I'm the one who should be saying that. What's with this weird tension? It looks as if Colin is even popular amongst women. What? I'd heard about you a lot from Crowe, and I've always looked up to you! The Ace of the Black Knights, Mikazuki Colin. What glorious name. The Red Devil. The female demon of the battlefield. That Crowe? What did he think of me? Please wait a minute. He's laughing about just doing whatever he thinks is okay, but you really aren't making him sound any better here. But anytime we wound up talking about you, I could always feel an incredible will and warmth from it. What? So, I'd always wanted to meet you. But what? He said something like that? Get a hold of yourself, Colin. I mean, come on. It's just a small thing, isn't it? Just be quiet! It's nice to meet you. I hope we get along, Colin. No. Quickly. I'm betting this. Yes. Can you please shake my hand, Miss Colin? No. What? No matter what that Crowe may have said, I'm not the sort of person who's worth looking up to. Sorry to ruin your dreams here, but please, just treat me normally. Is that too much to ask? No, nothing like that. Alright, so I guess that makes us friends, Esther. We're about the same age too, so feel free to just call me what you want. Alright, nice to meet you, Colin. How unfortunate, Colin. I'm sure that with this, that girl will slowly grow to see the many failures you have. Oh, shut it, witch! I've also heard about Miss C2 a lot as well. It's nice to meet you. Just call me C2. At any rate, I'm going to sleep. I'd like to request pizza as my dinner. Just walks off. I had heard about her before, but she really does have a mysterious air about her. I guess so. After the Black Rebellion, I wound up hearing about Lucius Gias from C2. She really is an actual witch. But in order to get Zero back... But this is great, isn't it? So I'm happy to see that Miss Colin and C2 are both happy. Are both safe. Both safe. After our failure at Tokyo, the Black Knights wound up getting scattered and we had to escape Japan. Ogi, Toto, and the others wound up getting captured by Britannia. And the rest... Let's see. Thanks to the fact that the Black Knights wound up getting taken out, all the resistance groups across the globe wound up quieting down. But it really is unfortunate what happened to Zero. Even now, I can't believe it. That Zero, who always had other backup plans in place, getting captured and executed? Don't say that. Even if we don't have Zero with us, we'll still keep fighting. The current may be pretty banged up here, but we haven't lost yet. So I guess that means we're pretty much the same. Even though we're covered in wounds, we'll still keep on smiling and walking forward. So you guys had it pretty rough too, huh? I guess so. No. Yeah, we may as well chat for a little while, huh? We're trying to track down the other Gundam pilot that have been scattered across the world. For us, it's pretty much just been an aimless wandering journey trying to locate stuff. But what do you intend to do, Colin? If you guys have any place you particularly want to go, I can send you there. Don't hold back. Well, if that's so, could you take us to Singapore? Yeah, that's easy. Even though our Air 11's been accepted into the Federation, Britannia's still in charge of everything. So long as the Federation doesn't accept us as Japan, we won't accept that Federation. So we're gonna fight against them. So then why are you heading off to Singapore? In order for us to be able to fight, we're going to need quite a bit of money. See. Ah. And so C2 and I thought we'd head to a friend in Singapore, or to work as mercenaries for a while. Alright, Colin. So I'll go ahead and take responsibility and ferry you guys there. Thanks, Esther. So just rest a little while until then. You look pretty tired. Thanks. I'll go ahead and rest some at least. Crowe. Seems as if the world's even more complicated than I'd thought right now. Where are you right now? I want to meet you again. Ah, Esther. So, that's 2 maps clear. I think looking at the time, we'll go ahead and do a third one. So, at the end of the first stage tomorrow, we'll have to take our route split. But we've got time.
You can at least do that. Esther.
You didn't get many kills with her. Worth upgrading her at least a bit.
Upgrade her a bit and upgrade. Because those are 2 units I'm likely to use.
Alright.
At least for a while, since I'll be on those ones. Burai is not meant for combat.
Not really.
I will, however, on each of them, just so that I don't.
So that you have something.
At least give them that.
Seems like a decent option.
Alright.
And so we shall see who we wind up getting now. Alright. Off to the next map.
Katsujin?
I believe so. Singapore! And so, you're taking along those visitors and heading off to Singapore? I'm sorry, Chief. I wound up moving on my own without even contacting you. But, don't say anything. Something you decided to do, right? Chief. Even if you are running off on your own, you're our dimensional beastbuster. We'll be sure to back you up. After all, if I hadn't had at least the resolve to do something like this, I would never have sent you off on a job. Chief, thanks a lot.
Oh.
You don't need to thank me here. I've got a new job for you. Job? You're pretty lucky, Esther. Here. We just got a job in Singapore, so I'm gonna have you take part in that. And depending on how things go, we may have those visitors of yours help out as well. What? What are you talking about? I'll send you the data about it afterwards. See. And I'm going to borrow that. And you're going to have to borrow that. No, I'm going to make use of that. What song? That's my fire gong! This is a really good way of getting rid of stress, you know? Whenever I start feeling too pissed off about what's going on, I just smack it around a bit. Even you get stressed out at times, Chief? Let's see. After all, I have to deal all the time with a certain idiot who wound up coming back here on his own without the buster he was supposed to be managing. There are plenty of things out there that can become the source of stress. Don't tell me.
Carlos.
Oh no. There's a really bad misunderstanding in here. I'm not quite sure how to translate.
Not going to use Google?
No, it's because it has to do with the fact that she took some of the things the chief said as people's names, as these are sources of stress. She's like, don't tell me. Those things are sources of those things are acquaintances of yours? Just like these other things you'd mentioned? Apparently Esther has a habit of mistaking things for people, just not hearing well. I'm sorry. I think that was my mistake here. At any rate, good luck on your job. Alright. This is Esther in our house. Whether it's work or love, I'll always do my best. Can't you please do something about that hopelessly positive catchphrase? Singapore. Hey, Alto. Let's go see the Merlions next. Understood. Alto, are you bored?
Merlions?
Yes, Singapore Merlions.
Ah.
Yeah, you know, the statues.
Yes.
Yes.
I was only confused because when you say Macross and Merlions, the first thing that pops into my head are the Umineko.
Yes, the sea cats. No, not the sea cats. The Singapore Merlions. Yes. As if I could be bored here. What do you think I'd said? He's bored or something like that. Luca and I are here to guard you on a mission for the SMS. The time before your concert tomorrow is free. We're here to guard you, so be sure to enjoy it. You're just here on a job. I'm sorry that I'm the only one who's enjoying themselves here. It's fine, Mr. Anka. After all, Alto Senpai seems to be enjoying this mission. Luca! Isn't it fine? After all, well, this Earth's pretty peaceful right now, isn't it? You and Michelle Senpai and Captain Clan are doing pretty well. Seems as if I just came here to enjoy myself. Sure it isn't. I'm sorry, Alto, even though it's your precious break. I didn't want to come here, but right now I feel I'm feeling pretty happy I came. Really? Yeah, after all. The skies of Earth are a pretty special thing. I know. That salty scent on the air is really different from the artificial lakes on the frontier. But Ronka, what's this concert in Singapore's done? You're heading back to the fleet? Yeah. It looks as if the big project that Miss Grace has been working on is finally about to be starting. For the opening of it, Miss Cheryl and I are going to be having a special concert on Island 1. So I guess Cheryl's pretty busy with rehabilitation right now. Miss Cheryl. Her body's been in pretty bad shape recently. But I heard she's pretty fired up about this. The super-dimensional Cinderella Ronka Lee and the galactic fairy Cheryl Gnome. Big project with both of them together. I'm sure it'll make the entire world happy. Although I bet Simone's probably going to be pretty upset. After all, he's her biggest fan, he's not going to be able to see it. After all, Conant Hyosan's has its dimensional boundaries closed off at the moment and no one can get in or out, right? After the battle against the Beastmen ended, Team Daggerin headed off trying to form a new country. They must be trying their best. I'm sure Simone and the others are doing everything they can beyond the boundaries. So I've got to do everything I can so I won't lose to Simone. That's right. When we meet again, be sure that you've grown enough to shock him. Ha ha. So it looks as though the project that Miss Grace has been working on is going to involve Ronka and Cheryl as the core, but involve a lot of other people as well. That's right. Besides us, Miss Ada and a lot of other special guests are going to be joining us too. Let's see. But one of the people that Miss Grace set her eyes on wound up flittering away, wound up disappearing. There's someone that even that strong-armed manager of yours couldn't coerce into working with you? Yep. Miss Grace even thought it was pretty unfortunate. Oh, I wanted to hear that person's songs. But with that, I guess the project's going pretty well. So long as you and Cheryl are there. Thanks, Alto. What is it? Oh, what a beauty. Do you have something to do with us? I'm Esther Airhouse. I was told to come here for a job to cooperate with the SMS as a bodyguard. Oh, are you the person that Scott Labs sent along? I heard that. What is it? I'd heard that they'd be sending someone along to us, and I thought for sure it'd be Crowe. You know of him? Well, yeah, we fought alongside each other back during the destruction incident. Let's see. Yes, that makes you the super beautiful guy. And the young heir from SMS that participated in Zexus. So tell me, you're Sao Tamiolto and Luca Angeloni? Yep. Yes, we are. This is Sao Tamiolto, and I'm Luca Angeloni. Wait a minute. What's with that super beauty boy guy thing? That's what Crowe described you as. You said that you were a pro at imitating women. That idiot! What the hell's he doing with his introductions? Calm down, senpai. Hey, I mean, it's not as if he's wrong, right? I'm a pilot now. I don't need him to drag my past into things. I want to see it too. Ooh, your roles from back then. You're Miss Ranka Lee, right? I'm Esther Airhouse. Going to be working as one of your guards here. Even if I look like this, I'm a dimensional beast buster. Please, don't worry. So you fight against those dimensional beast things? That's incredible! I am still technically in training, though. Well, since our members have increased, why don't we just go ahead and go see the Merlions? That's right. Let's see. If we go to somewhere too crowded, though, people trying to get close to Ranka might appear. Are you Miss Ranka Lee? Huh? I found you. What's with you? Ah, it's Ranka Lee! Everyone! Look! Superdimensional Cinderella's here! What? You're serious? It's the real deal! It really is Miss Ranka! Hey, can you do that Kira thing? That Kira? Kira! Oh, a lot of people showed up out of nowhere. Sister, please stay by Miss Ranka. See, something was off about that knit hat guy's eyes earlier. He might be trying to hit Ranka. Please be careful. Well, that guy, he's probably still around here. What? Who are you? Don't tell me. You deliberately called out Ranka in order to try and drive that guy away? Yes. Who are you? I'm sorry, I've arrived here to help protect Miss Ranka Lee. Protect her. But no matter what, I think you're just an elementary schooler, aren't you? My name's Kaneda Shotaro. Oh, special member of the ICPO. Hi, Tetsujin. The Messenger of the Sun, Tetsujin 28! A lot of fun enemies. That bridge guy! He brought out his robots? So, I do not know and was not able to find any answers as to whether or not the enemies of Tetsujin 28 are the Brunch Mafia or the Branch Mafia. Since it's funnier, I'm going to go with Brunch until I am told otherwise. Brunch? They're a group that uses robots to commit all sorts of crimes. He's the head of the Robot Mafia! Let's see. In order to protect Miss Ranka from Brunch's evil schemes, I came here to protect her. Kaneda Shotaro! How dare you get in our way again! You're one of Brunch's underlings! You haven't given up yet? Just come to this. We'll steal her with force! Ah! Miss Ranka, get away! This is my, let's see. It's a specially designed shotgun. I don't think he'll be waking up for a while. You're in elementary school or you're carrying around a gun? I'm a special member of the ICP. As a special member of the ICPO, I've been equipped with a rigger gun? Something like that. Incredible! You really did take him out. So suddenly after dealing with this elementary school president, now we have to deal with an elementary school cop. Lord Brunch! Brunch member number 13 has failed to capture Miss Ronka Lee! That's Kaneda Shotaro! If that's the case, we'll use our robots to take him down! Ah! What's with these guys? Run off, Ronka! Yeah! It's no good. This rate they're going to track her down! Since it's come to this, fish out the remote control box. Wait! What are you doing opening that bag? What are you trying to pull? Mechanic switch on?
It's such a unit.
Robot appeared? This is Tetsujin 28. Using this VCon system, I'm able to guide him from afar. That's awesome! Even though you're in elementary school, you aren't just a member of the ICP. Oh, and aren't only carrying a gun, but you've got a robot too? I'll stop Brunch and the others. All the rest of you get to safety, please. But on your own, I'll be fine. Let's see. I brought along the repair robot 08 as well. Alright. Please don't push yourself. Sorry. Leave this to you. So you've come, Tetsujin. Today I'll turn you into scrap. Let's go, Brunch. As long as Tetsujin and I are here, we'll never let things go as you wish. Let's go, Tetsujin! Destroy all enemies. Don't let Shotaro die. Within 5 turns, defeat all enemies. Defeat all enemies, but Brunch Robo number 1, Brunch will retreat at 5,000 HP or less. And that is...
that one.
That one! But they all look the same. So, we have Tetsujin 28.
Size L or size...
So, he has Trust. Prevent level 5, Support Defense level 2. Plus 3 will from turn 2 onward. He is size M. He has repair functionality. But he's super robot, so he's got high armor, low dodge. He can even go through water.
Wow.
He's actually good underwater, that's shocking. Has 4 attacks. Tackle. So melee, hammer punch, rolling attack, and flying kick. Good luck, Tetsujin. Don't you lose.
But it's not Gun Leon.
It is not the Gunleon yet.
The Gun Leon, which cannot lose.
Let's see. Oh, hi. Alright. Rainbow waves are good. We don't seem to have any problems. Alright, let's go, Tetsujin!
Just say the words rainbow waves are good.
Yes. The rainbow waves. I guess that's what he's using to have the controller, connect to Tetsujin. Rather than, radio waves. Rainbow waves.
Okay.
You're looking for... Yes, rainbow wave. Let's go, Tetsujin.
Cool.
Your power will protect the peace. I'm counting on you, Tetsujin 28.
This is fully remote controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe it's older than Mazinger.
Yes, the Tetsujin, one of the things about the Tetsujin is the fact that it's remote controlled means that, it doesn't suffer from continuous targeting or placement penalties. Because it isn't having to, stare off in a million different directions at once. It's just got a kid off to the side controlling it. Rolling attack versus rocket launcher.
One of these things seems a lot better than the other.
Yep.
Yosh, he's on Tetsujin!
You dodged. Tetsujin seems happy.
You get Tetsujin!
Keep going.
Drill attack!
Drill attack! Yes. Well.
That turned out into scrap.
Yeah. Goodbye. Oh, there's a robot over there? We made sure to prepare for something like this. Go! Capture Ronka Lee! Alto! Ronka, I'll be sure to protect you! Alto, something's coming! You have 27. Is it Brewer Stern? No. Came here to protect Ronka? Oh, so I guess the rat split is at the end of this chapter, so...
Yes.
We'll probably just pause at that point. Yes. Hurry up and go. Is that an ally? We don't know who he really is, but at the very least, he's not our enemy. We still have left... We're indebted to him again! Is he looking at me? You're safe, Esther? Thanks, Cullen. You came to help. To think that visitors like us would have to save the day. Yeah, isn't it fine? Let's see. After all, the Federation Army's been late to deploy here. To think that a witch would be lectured by a Reaper. What an unusual world this is. But Miss C2, we can't afford to leave a robot criminal who involves civilians, can we? You're nice people, aren't you? Back during the destruction incident, I should have gotten to know you a bit more. No. Insulting them somehow, but can't easily translate it here. C2! After all, well, I was acting as an ally of justice before. I didn't have any reason to ignore you. But I don't want to get involved in anything troublesome. Let's hurry up and get rid of these villains. Alright, everyone. I'll be sure to get back quickly in the brass yes. That red machine. Isn't it the one that showed up and helped us out during the fight with the Vajra Queen? So I guess that makes it an ally? Let's see, and that blue robot over there is Tetsujin 28 from the ICPO. That really is a proper super robot of justice, huh? So I guess we'll help him out. Black Knights and the Gundams? So which one of us are they gonna fight? I don't know what they're trying to pull here. But if you're gonna fight against Lord Brunch of the Robot Mafia, we'll crush you into dust! Don't let anyone die.
Actually refers to themselves as the Robot Mafia.
Yes, they are the Robot Mafia.
Is it just me, or does that just seem really wrong?
It seems like a really stupid thing to call yourselves.
It's one of those jobs that's just not good to actually, announce.
It's like, are we the bad guys? We're the bad guys, aren't we? From the name alone, you can tell we are the bad guys.
And they're the...
Kept you waiting, Cullen. We'll back you up. Seems like you're the same as always, Alto. Oh, that's not something you should say. So I'll tell my Alto. I suppose your Uncle Lee is safe. I don't intend to talk to you. Answer me. I refuse! Stop it, Alto. He saved us, didn't he? Miss Ronka and her manager are in a safe place. Understood. Continuing to destroy enemies. What the hell's with this guy? Shitaro! Oh, everything should be fine since we're here. Thanks, everyone. Let's fight together. That guy He really is an ally of justice. He seems like quite an honest person. He's quite happy. Someone like that. The child inspector of the ICPO is too dazzling an existence for us to see. As if I won't lose here. I'll be sure to carry out the mission I was given. So just to check. No packs on him.
You don't get packs for a while.
No, you get them very quickly.
Oh, do you?
Yes, if
Right,
you go on
if
the
you
route
go on
split,
the
you get them
route.
very quickly. But yeah, it's just same as always. Bad at land, good at sky.
And the super pack's bad at all but space.
Yes, which is why you get the tornado pack very quickly.
And then, of course, there's the Durandal, which most people claim is completely and utterly worthless,
Fatty ground type.
but has the best animations in the game.
Let's see. You're out of luck, Robot Mafia. The SMS will protect Ronka. This is punishment for what you... for scaring her. I'll take you on. Pew. Even though it's just a fatty. But hey, at least we have good music. Thanks to them. There's a lot of enemies over there. Please do remember you have a turn limit. It is a good question how much Macross Delta's plot would get reworked in a Super Robot Wars game.
I'd love to see what they would do. Because I actually enjoyed Delta. I know it's a weird thing, but I thought Delta was good. Had a decent story. Had decent characters. Pretty good music. Wonderful mechs.
I've just noticed here, but you should move this way a little bit. Your face is only half on the screen.
Yeah, that happens when I lean forward. Rolling chairs on carpet. Whoever thought it was a good idea was mistaken.
Well, of course. I mean, they really aren't designed to do that.
What?
Just that, in general. But alright, so let's see how easily this goes, or not. We should still have a couple of turns, but make sure to make use of Brera. Don't forget he's over there in the corner. Yes, C2 will remain her own unit.
She gets the Akatsuki retainer type. Pink type?
See.
Yeah. I just want the Aces of Windermere. I want the Black Knight, White Knight, I can't remember which he was. I want the primary Knight of Windermere in a Super Robot Wars game. I showed you his mech. It's
I believe
awesome.
so. Beam gun pod. Ronkali, I will protect you, even if it costs me my life. Stern, the pretty boy cyborg. Typically in very skin-tight suits. And not totally covering. He typically got like a slice of bare chest, doesn't he?
I believe so.
As far as the fact he's a cyborg.
He's still mostly human. Yeah. The VAR syndrome would also be a great way for them to be able to use people who have gone through some characters who have gone through their story already, and having just various characters running wild and having enemies of that type. People that had already made peace.
Hello, Paloma. I'll come back over to you and we have a Kaden. Say hello.
Well, considering that the Berserker system isn't actually her traits particularly, if I remember, but is an actual thing causing her to be that way, probably wouldn't do all that much to her.
To the Noble Gundam. Noble Gundam Var Syndrome. I can't claim to say a single thing about it. But...
So the Var Syndrome. It's...
You explained it as being basically what happened with the Vajra-infected beast in Frontier, right? Where it, like, went out of control, aggressive.
Yes. Var Syndrome is, in fact, leftover fold bacteria.
Fold bacteria?
Fold bacteria.
That's really what they call it?
I don't remember if that is the exact word that they said, but that is what I remember it being called, because it sounded stupid.
Okay.
The leftover bacteria from when they folded. From when the Vajra went and communally folded away.
Take this, stupid
And
brunch robo.
It was perpetuated in two ways. One, naturally, a cross-fold wave sort of thing occurred. Various people got infected that way. Or people drank specific water and ate apples from Windermere. Which is why I started laughing there after reading that. Because I just pictured Ryoma just casually eating the Windermerean apples and drinking the water.
He's like, what? Why are you looking at me like that? Good kitten. Any kitten showing up?
Oh yeah, she's showing up.
Alright. She seems to be happy. That's a good thing. This drunk is incredible. Well, she's even being hunted by the Mafia. But rest easy, Captain Ozma. I'll definitely protect Ronka. Oh no. Var Syndrome Quattro would swipe the Wing Zero again. That would definitely be a bad thing. Yeah, that could be quite a danger.
Skip one line.
My title may be the Dimensional Beast Buster, but if it's a job, I'll take on the Mafia too. Let's go, Brasta, yes. We'll put an end to these villains.
As I think I said on stream before, or at least said to my brother here, the main thing I'd want to see...
Flying kick. Why not just go for the hammer punch? We're going to do that.
The primary thing I'd want out of Macross Delta is a Valkyrie with multiple sub-pilots when above 130 will. Because you can certainly make the case that Hayate has Freya as a sub-pilot at that point.
There's Kitten. Recurl.
Go off. Wait. Shoot.
His weakest weapon is his knife.
Well, yeah, all his other ones were built with special tech.
Knife from the shield.
special anti-fodder technology.
In case, they ever turned against humanity. Just in case.
Humanity? Who cares about humanity?
Turn against those who would manipulate them.
Yeah.
Ghost?
No, go full ghost.
Ghost. Have you seen what these things attack with? Wow. Proof that they're an old series. The color.
Sunger?
I believe that would be Sunger Zonvolt from Alpha. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's most likely who's being referenced.
I do not know enough about him to be able to say.
Very exposed belly on this cat right now. Not that it's particularly visible on stream. She is very, flopped. Go, Tetsujin! Today's the day we capture brunch! How dare you, Kaneda Shotaro! You'll never let getting in my way! Someone like you who used the destruction incident in order to cause chaos and cause more crimes, I won't forgive you! Let's go, Tetsujin! Prove your power against these evil guys! Sure, good luck crushing Tetsujin when it can repair itself.
I will definitely be using the final Dan Cougar more in this one than I did previously. Because as I found through playing Super Robot Wars Z2 twice over, the final Dan Cougar's animations are amazing. And also, the final Dan Cougar is quite strong. You missed 15% chance.
If you hand over that control, oh, go ahead and spare your life. Sure. But yes, hi kitty. The OG Universe Sunger Zonvolt, showing off his stuff. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty decent attack. And a pretty decent records. Haven't seen it much personally, but it seemed pretty decent. Pretty sure he's got one of, like, the Divine Generals. Or something like that. Dynamic kill.
So I want him to get to 70 kills before the final chapters of the games. The reason why the Durandal is considered useless by most people is if you're going on the Trust Zero route, do you know how many stages you get it for?
Very few.
2 to 3.
You're starting to slip, kitten.
The kitten does not care.
But I care. Brunch Robo 1. Poor Brunch. I mean, he has to suffer with the name of Brunch. I can only wonder if that's the reason he wound up starting a robot mafia, because he was saddled with such a ridiculous name. He was constantly mocked for it.
I don't know if I'm gonna want to take this hard stage.
I find it doubtful, but...
Because he runs away at...
6,000. 5,000.
Oh, 5,000.
Well... I mean, true.
Lieutenant South Burning.
Lieutenant South Burning is definitely a name. I don't think it's the worst by far, especially considering...
A new returners in this one.
Considering all of the 00 units. And also, oh my god, today here, while scrolling around the Gundam Wiki, I found out about Gundam UC96 Last Sun, which is a manga that happened between 2014 and 2018 or so. And you could really tell who was invented for this manga, as the main character's name is Sun Place. And it only gets worse from there. Because just, there's way too much names that sound alike.
I don't really know that.
And just are very wrong. There was someone in there whose name was something like Guns Runs or something like that. And it's just like, where do you come up with these?
This is
Why do you
my
think
best
these are...
bet.
Probably. Just, why do you think these are in any way, shape, or form good names?
I would love Sentinel.
That's because you like the Deep Striker, right?
The Deep Striker never showed up in Sentinel, I believe.
But it was for Sentinel, right?
Yes. I like the EXS Gundam, and I love the Atlas system.
I just like Incom, so...
Fair enough. Wow, that didn't work my fault.
But oh well.
No SR point, but eh.
It'll be dangerous to fight more than this. Even though I could sell that idol for so much. I'll remember this, Shotaro. Oh, and Tetsuji 28. I'll repay this debt someday. Brunch, who uses robots for evil. I'll definitely catch you next time. Looks as if we've destroyed all enemies. Well, I guess we can relax for now. But now... the Black Knights and Gundams. There have been international orders issued for her arrest. So you're gonna bring us in as a member of ICPO? Wait, Shotaro! Colin and the others... It's fine, Esther. We knew something like this would happen anyway. We need to keep fighting. We can't afford to get caught here. I don't understand it. What? I can't think of you as bad people. You put your lives on the line in order to save this city and the people in it. But... Commander Otsuka? That's in the past. Right now, I'm the commander of the Crusher Squadron, Shotaro. I'm sorry. I was just... But you've done good work, Shotaro. Hurry up and return. But the Gundams and the Black Knights are... See, the one who recommended you to the ICPO was me. I'll take all responsibility for it. Understood. I'll call Tetsuji back. Hey, are you really gonna let us go? Well, with this we won't be causing any problems for him and Miss Esther. It'll be nice if we were able to get away easily. Thanks, Esther. It may have only been a short time, but we're in your debt. We're going to have to follow our own road here. Good luck, Helen. So, at this point in time, the first route split must be made.
What? I thought there were 4 options, though.
Yes, you take the preliminary option. So, at this point in time, we have the first route split to make of, do we go with Colin and the others, or do we just see them off here? Wave goodbye. So, at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and stop here for now. We will wait until tomorrow and see if anyone has put in any votes to our little poll as to what route we should take.
We have 1 vote so far.
Yes, we've had 1 vote for going off to Kumen to see what's happening with Chiriko and the Black Knights, and also upgrade everything to the max and just have some crazy running around blasting stuff with as much overpowered stuff as can be done. So, on that note, we'll go ahead and sign off here in just a minute, but anyone out there watching, be sure to leave a vote in the comments for where you think we should go here.
Huh, so there actually is precisely one Super Robot Wars game with Sentinel in it. Super Robot Wars 4.
Interesting. Alright, so we hope you all have enjoyed this, and we will see you all tomorrow.
See you.